that is happening to them now with Marvel. Or imagine if DC Universe really takes
Kicks
off.
off and then yeah.
Boom.
Poor Netflix. I feel sorry for them.
So that's why no more Daredevil, no more Luke Cage, no more Iron Fist, no more Defenders, and rest assured, Jessica. It's only a matter of time for Jessica Jones and Punisher.
Do you believe that's going to happen?
And that's going to be them out the door, basically.
Makes sense.
So yeah, no more Daredevil. It's gone. Again, as I said, really big fan of the first series. Second series lost me. I am struggling to watch the third series. Meanwhile, on the other side of that coin, we have more breaking news from the DC camp of wonder. The CW are the people that make Arrow and Flash and Supergirl and what have you. They're working on bringing us a new DC TV series called Super Clean.
Super Clean?
Yep.
Right.
It's going to be another DC series, but with a difference this time, as it won't focus on heroes or superheroes. Gee, this sounds familiar.
Huh?
Deadline is reporting that the network is working with DC to bring us a series called Super Clean, which is based on an upcoming graphic novel from Heath Amodio and Cullen Bunn. Super Clean explores the superhero genre from the human side. Becky Masters, an uber-organised and brilliant human, and her ragtime team of non-powered cohorts navigate the danger and drama of cleaning up after superheroes and villains, all while Becky works to prove her superhero boyfriend is innocent of a dastardly crime. So it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So it also sounds like Powerless.
It kind of reminds me of the Homecoming, when they were cleaning up all the damages and stuff.
Damage Control,
yes,
or whatever it was. So it also sounds a lot like Powerless, which is a failed after one season comedy series that arrived in April last year, but never found an audience.
Huh.
At Following the Nerd, I think it was Mark that wrote this article. He found it pretty funny and was really finding its feet in the final few episodes. So he's wondering what the thinking is behind this. And we're not sure if it's a part of the Arrowverse or not.
Yeah,
this does not sound intriguing to me in the slightest. This sounds like a bad move because, it could be fun and entertaining and stuff, but you watch superhero movies for the superheroes.
Yeah.
You watch it for those characters, you watch it for that universe. For me, personally, I don't want to see a bunch of humans come in and clear up the mess made by the fight. I want to see the fight that caused the mess.
Yeah.
As simple as that. That's why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't appeal to me either.
No, it did.
Because I watched the first couple of episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, because I was excited for it. Do
you know what I genuinely expected Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to be? Do you remember that Marvel one-shot I showed you, Item 47?
Yes.
Where it was the guy that worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. going to retrieve the Chitauri weapon off the guy and the girl that were robbing banks with it. I thought it was going to be something like that. I was really excited for it, but no, it was all this pretentious nonsense.
No.
And I really, really, there's a lot of people that like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. out there. That's fine. For me, personally, I thought it was just a gigantic waste of time. It was boring. And what made it even more of the cardinal sin was Joss Whedon was producing this. I love me some Joss Whedon. I love Firefly. I love Buffy. I love Angel. I love the Avengers movie that he directed. And maybe less so with Age of Ultron, but still. And for a Joss Whedon TV series, it didn't have the wit. It didn't have the speed. It didn't have the humour. It didn't have the interesting characters. I thought it was a real proper mess of a series.
Yeah, because the way I thought it was going to be, it was going to follow up from all from the movies you watched. So you'd have the movies, and then you'd have the series just cut in between the movies, and you're like, oh, so you have extra adventures.
Yeah,
and stuff.
or like one thing that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did do right. There was one episode where they were there to clear up the mess after the end of Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's great. Why isn't this the entire series?
Yeah, that would make more sense.
And what made it even more hilarious was, so they get season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and halfway through that, Captain America Winter Soldier is released where S.H.I.E.L.D. collapses. I was like, oh my god!
How are you going to cover from this
one? You just ruined it!
Yeah.
And to make things even better, you have these really terrible connections between the movies and the TV show. Because they're saying that the TV shows, and the same thing goes for Daredevil and Jessica Jones and all the Marvel Netflix shows, where they said this all takes place in the same universe. No, it doesn't. It can't. It physically can't, because, you think of the Marvel movies, you think fun, happy, super awesome adventures of wonder and madness. And then in that same universe, Kingpin can crush a guy's skull with a car door.
Yeah.
And because of that, and because some of the shows are rated, have a higher age rating, you can't sit down with your family and your kids and enjoy the full Marvel experience, because the kids aren't old enough to watch shows like Daredevil.
Yeah.
So imagine if Daredevil had a major plot point that was picked up in the next Avengers movie, for example.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make sense for the kids because they can't watch it.
Yeah.
Or likewise for people that go, I don't like Daredevil, I don't like Jessica Jones, I don't like Luke Cage. Imagine if the focal point for, like, the main MacGuffin for the next Avengers movie or the next Captain America movie or whatever was introduced in Luke Cage. I wouldn't know the first thing about it because I didn't watch Luke Cage.
Yeah.
I watched the first couple of episodes of Luke Cage and I was like, this is the exact same thing as Jessica Jones. It's the same thing as Daredevil, where it's taken one story and stretching it out over too many episodes, and it's boring, and there's so much padding and filler. Like, Luke Cage is a brilliant character. Jessica Jones is a fantastic character, as is Iron Fist, as is Daredevil.
Yeah.
Daredevil especially out of the three. But those series didn't do them justice at all.
No, definitely not.
And therefore couldn't be connected. I mean, they even referred to the Battle of New York from the first Avengers movie as the incident in those movies and in those TV shows. And I was like, well, what the hell? Same thing with Agent Carter and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, this can't take place in the same universe. And even better than that, there's this great bit in Avengers Age of Ultron where they're trapped in the city that's going up into the sky and it's going to crash down on the world and destroy it because Ultron's a bad guy. And they're like, it's Captain America and Black Widow are looking out over the side of the cliff face where this sort of part of, it's like a city or something that's flying up into the air, and they're like, well, I never thought I'd get this view, it's a great way to go. Next thing you know, the helicarrier comes up and it's Nick Fury and a couple of like S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and he has one throwaway line where he's like, yeah, pulled this out of mothballs and stuff, and that's it. And that explains it away nicely in the movie. In the TV show, they have a full episode where they go to find the helicarrier.
Right.
And restore it and everything. And it's like, what? No. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about all this setup. All I care about is the payoff. And I've already seen it because I've seen Age of Ultron. I know you get this thing. I know you get it up and running. Because it's what ends up saving the day.
A whole episode.
A whole episode. I thought, done. I'm done.
You walked out of the room.
I'm out. But no, again, there's no proper cross-pollination.
It didn't, like, they even brought one, like, what do you call him? Like, he was killed by Loki, they brought him back, and the weird, crazy...
Coulson, yeah, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible how they brought them back.
A shame.
So we'll just have a look-see here. Blue Beetle movie is in the works at Warner and DC.
That'll be interesting.
Let's see what else we have here on followingthenerd.com. I don't know, I think we've ranted. We have ranted and raved tonight. So here's an interesting little story, and we'll kind of sit and spitball here for a while because we have half an hour to go before the show ends. So we'll have a little bit of a chitty chat about this. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Ooh.
Now, I have said, I've gone on record on this show in the last couple of weeks saying I don't really like the animation.
Yeah, you have.
There's just something quite off about it. It looks quite jarring in places. But aside from that, I'm really looking forward to this.
Yes.
I've heard a lot of really great comments on it. I've heard a lot of great reviews about it. It sounds like it's really fun.
It looks really fun.
And it sounds like it's right up my alley. I think I'm going to be there opening night for this.
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
I think I will. What do you think of Into the Spider-Verse?
I'm liking it because, like, with this, we're going to see all different versions of Spider-Man. And this is something, like, what I'm getting from this is to make me all excited for it. When you remember watching the animated series.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where they met Madam Web.
Yes.
And then it showed you these multiple versions of him. And it's like, oh my god, like possibilities.
I love things like that, and especially in comic books as well. Like IDW nail it every time with Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Because there was one issue, it was called like Ghostbusters International, or I forget what it was, Interdimensional Cross Rip or something, where they go through all these different universes.
Yeah.
And they see the all-female Ghostbusters from that movie. They see the extreme Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
They see the real Ghostbusters, and they see all these different portals and parallel dimensions where there's all these like alternate reality versions of the Ghostbusters team.
Yeah.
So it's not just limited to the ones that we've seen before in other media. They created their own.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my god, that's so cool. So to see Sony actually do this with Spider-Man, I think it's great. And we were even in Forbidden Planet the other day, and they've released figures.
Yeah, that's like I'm really happy to see
you go
that.
out and get a little 5-inch figure of Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Man.
And
Like, I'm looking
Miles
forward to it.
Morales.
Yeah.
And Peter Parker and everything.
And I
too.
hope when this movie, when this comes out, that there'll be more figures.
Yeah.
Like, I know that they're showing the main ones, here's what you can get now, but here's what you can get after. Like, what I really want to see, I want to see, like, all these different versions of them. Now, we have seen, like, they're focusing on the main four.
I want a figure of the Amazing Spider-Ham.
Yes,
Peter Parker.
I want, like, I hope he's in it, and I really hope, is the Doc Ock version of Spider-Man.
Oh, we had Superior Spider-Man?
Yes.
Yeah,
I wanted that. And you even said you wanted the one from the video game?
Yes, I was actually looking through the figures going, did they make one? Because it's the one that has, like, it's actually Doc Ock that helps him build that suit.
Really?
So, the one with the white spider design on it?
Yeah.
And I didn't like the design of it until I saw it in the game.
And then
I didn't like it in the trailers. I was like, oh, what the hell's this? But then you see how it's made and stuff, and why the spider's white on it and everything, and why it's all elongated and everything. I was like, this is actually pretty cool, man. Because when the game first starts off, you're in the classic Spider-Man suit, like the one he wore in the 1990s animated show.
Oh, yeah.
And it gets really messed up and scratched and stuff.
Yeah.
And you see Peter take it to Doc Ock's lab, and he's working away on it, and Doc Ock walks in and goes, what are you doing? Like that. And then you think he's going, oh my god, you're Spider-Man. But like he goes, oh my god, this makes so much sense. You build the equipment for Spider-Man. And he goes, what?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. That's what I do. And he goes, oh, don't worry, your secret's safe with me and everything. So
that's really cool.
And he goes off and builds the new spider suit.
Yeah.
That's really, really fun.
I hope they even throw the Iron Spider into it.
They're going to.
I really love the Iron Spider.
Like, from the looks of this, everything's in it. Everything.
Yeah.
Even like the Homecoming sort of like mashed together suit is going to be in it.
I can't wait. I wonder if Madam Web's going to be in it.
It's a possibility.
Because I would love to see that.
Or even Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
With that like sort of sleek suit sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, the possibilities. I'm so excited. I really am excited.
The Garfield one as well. But that leads us in to this story that's on followingthenerd.com right now.
You all right there?
Hey, tweet us at nerd, and you can also get us on Instagram at followingthenerd. Yeah, because my brain just doesn't work properly anymore, and I don't speak good England. But yes, get this, right? Set your phasers to stunned.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire
was
almost in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
What?
He was almost in it.
What happened?
So, we have a bit of awesome Spider-Man news here. Seems that Tobey Maguire from the Sam Raimi movies, where he played Spider-Man / Peter Parker, was almost in this movie.
Oh my god.
So, speaking about the movie, co-director Rodney Rothman was asked if Maguire was considered, and here's what he said. There were many thoughts about where we could put Tobey Maguire and others. I think after this film, those thoughts might have a little more traction. But before this movie, and introducing the idea of the Spider-Verse to the audience, I think everybody was afraid that it would just really confuse people. But wow, it would have been fun. So it hasn't been clarified which character he may have been. We do think it's interesting that the Peter Parker we meet in this movie may well be the Peter Parker from the Sam Raimi movies, because this is a story that came out a couple of weeks back now, where I think like one of the people that worked on the movie was asked, like, so the Peter Parker in this movie, he's a little bit older. Like, he's way older than Miles Morales is in this movie.
Yeah.
He's a little bit over the hill. He's got a little bit of a pudgy belly to him. He's got a bit of stubble, but the darkness under the eyes sort of thing. And it's indicated that he's been Spider-Man for quite some time in his universe.
Okay.
And so it was asked, is what Peter Parker is this? And they came out and said, it's Tobey Maguire from the Sam Raimi movies. That's who this Spider-Man is based on. So when you go in to sit down and watch Into the Spider-Verse and you see Peter Parker, that's the Peter Parker that's battled the Green Goblin, has battled Doc Ock, taken on Venom, taken on Sandman, and New Goblin.
Oh my god. So this is like a follow-up after?
This takes place years after those movies. In that universe. Because obviously with Into the Spider-Verse, it takes place across multiple realities.
Yeah.
So when they go to Peter Parker's reality, where he's Spider-Man, that's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
I thought I couldn't get more excited. I'm more excited
now. Obviously, he's not voiced by Tobey Maguire, he's voiced by someone else. But the thing that's going to really seal the deal for me is, does he act like that Peter Parker? Does he even sound like that Peter Parker?
I'd say that the voice actor will do it justice. Because
I've always wanted to see how that's going to wrap up. Because remember at the end of Spider-Man 3, it was kind of left a little bit in the air.
Yeah.
Where, like, the final scene is him kind of sort of reconciling with Mary Jane, and the two of them hug and kind of dance a little bit.
Yeah.
Like this